All right, so this is what happened, okay? This is a true story of what happened during the blackout, like the other week. So I was in my house, watching a lot of reels, consuming culture. I'm a very culture guy. And I was watching the reels, and out of nowhere it stopped. And as any broke person, was like, oh fuck, I didn't pay the electricity bill. I am such a dumbass, I want to kill myself. But then I realized that the power went out in my whole building. And I had the feeling that something was going on. So my first reaction was to have bread with Nutella, all right? Was it a good reaction? I don't know, but it was my honest reaction. You never know when you're gonna need the calories, So I had my bread with Nutella, and I walked towards the center, and I realized that there was a guy doing construction, and he was putting one cable from the other building into my building. I went from being mad at myself for not paying the electricity bill to thinking, these fucking Puerto Ricans from across the street, they're stealing my electricity. This is what's going on. And I got to the center, and in the center, I realized it was a chaos. The whole city was collapsing, the cops and everything. And I heard people saying yeah, it's in the whole country. Yeah, it's in France, it's in Portugal. I even saw an old lady with a radio saying, I think it's war. And I went to her and I said, yes, it's war, it's Russia, they want to kill you. So then I went to every old lady I could find, and I was telling them, yeah, but the war has started. I was spreading misinformation the old-fashioned way, I was door to door spreading misinformation. I was like a fucking Mormon, I got to my house after a long day, and I realized that I had a lot of Nutella all over my face. It was like dry Nutella, Nutella all over my face. And then I realized, I've talked to a lot of people throughout the day. So every single person must have thought, it hasn't been an hour since the blackout, and this guy's already eating his own shit? What the fuck? This guy knows how to survive an emergency.